What's up, guys? Coming at you from Shenzhen as usual. It's a beautiful warm day outside today. It's really nice, and I'm enjoying a green tea today. It's a Biluchen from Suzhou. This used to be one of my favorite teas, and I was drinking it every day. And when I was digging around for my Shenzhen tea yesterday, I found this. I'm like, I gotta have this tomorrow. So this is, it's a green tea. It's really nice. It's got like pastry-like flavors. The leaves look really nice before you brew them. They're all kind of curled up. And then after you brew them, of course, they open up. And it's a great tea. And I was actually thinking last night as I was going through my tea collection, because it took me a long time to find all of the kind of best suppliers or the ones that I like the most. And I even visited some tea farms. And when I visited the tea farms, I had a great adventure. I stayed on the farm for a couple of days. I met the lady, the boss lady, I call her, because she's so respected in the village. She basically... she's been hustling since she was young, doing all kinds of business, flying around the world, meeting with customers, and just really well respected in the village because she helps a lot of other people as well. And but what I was thinking was maybe I should get some of my favorite teas that I found that I like through trial and error, and also brewing equipment, and put it online and make it available online for a couple of reasons. One, it's something I really love. I mean, I love tea for all the same reasons I love craft beer. It's so versatile. There's interesting stories behind them, creative, and complex. And also because it's probably a pretty good idea to diversify, to considering how vulnerable a physical shop is, like I've seen now. And I mean, we'll get back on our feet, but diversifying and doing a few other things probably isn't a bad idea. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. I'm not going to be doing it anytime soon. I'm obviously going to wait till this is all over. But that's something that ran through my mind. Speaking of the bar, though, speaking of the location, we received approval to open now. We can open, but we can only do takeaway and delivery. And the other thing too is the government's going to come around and inspect us to make sure that we have alcohol, a sanitizing kind of liquid. We do. We have tons of that. Masks. We found somebody who has masks, so we're going to be okay for that. And the tricky one was the thermometer. There's kind of infrared kind of checkers. That was difficult. A lot of people trying to buy them, and a lot of people trying to make money off of them, a lot of money. I think they're trying to hide the way that they're increasing the price because they've seen how people have been punished for ripping people off on masks. So they've gotten really creative. What we found is that if you want to buy one at relatively normal price, they're going to take their time shipping it. It's going to take 30 days to get to you, and they know that's too long. Or you can buy the same one in a package, and the package has some sort of a special goggles that come with it. And it's like 3 or 4 times the price. It's way more expensive. So if the time comes when they say, they crack down and say, you were selling these thermometers for way too expensive, they'll say, no, it's because it had these special glasses in them. So really kind of a sneaky way to do it. We did find somebody else who finally has it, reasonable price. It is more expensive than usual, but fairly reasonable, and that's going to arrive in 2 days. So then we can open for delivery and takeaway. Looking forward to that. But yeah, it's definitely been tough for everybody who's got a brick and mortar business here on the ground, all over China really. In terms of schools, so my two eldest, their school is supposed to start sometime in March, but I've heard rumors that it's probably going to be delayed by another month. And in the group chats, the parents are talking about, well, what's going to happen to the teachers and the students that are overseas when they come back? Are they going to be quarantined first for a certain period of time, or they're just going to mix in with everybody else? Because now, exactly like what I was saying yesterday, people are getting more and more concerned about what's happening outside. We've got this on lockdown. We've got Shenzhen under control. But what happens when people start flying back from places that were a little bit more relaxed with their efforts? So these are some of the concerns, and probably legitimate concerns that will push the start date out even further. For our third son, he goes to a different school, and they're planning on opening as scheduled, well, according to the revised opening date of this month. But to be honest, I don't think we're going to send him. I have all the same concerns. We asked the school all the same kind of questions. What happens with people coming even from outside of Guangdong province? And we're waiting for a reply. But our third son, he gets sick really easily. He has a fever, once or twice a month. Actually, when this coronavirus thing started happening, he had a light fever, and we were freaking out a little bit. And we took him to the clinic, and everything was okay. But I don't think I don't think it's worth it to send him and put him through that risk. You know, we'll waste a little bit of the tuition fee, but whatever. You know, it's gonna affect us all as well if he brings something home, of course. So I think that's it on the school stuff. When I was on Taobao looking for those thermometers, my front page of my Taobao app, it will usually recommend things to me based on my purchase history. And so it's like electronics and gadgets and all these kind of cool things. But what's happened is all kinds of weird stuff has showed up now, because I think probably as part of the algorithm, it also includes things that are, you know, hot selling really well right now. And all kinds of really weird stuff showed up. All kinds of masks, which are not medical masks, or weird kinds of things that are becoming more popular because of this. I don't know. Or maybe it's just an overlap that people are actually only searching for medical masks, but as a result of that, it's showing all sorts of other masks. At least I'm trying to figure this out, and I hope people aren't buying these things for actual protection. I'll actually open some of them up and show some of them to you. All right, so this first one looks pretty hardcore. You know, I guess it's got a filter probably on the bottom at the back there. So as long as he's not passing any gas while this is turned on, you can get some pretty clean air. That's a weird position for the inlet. And the second one is some sort of a jacket that you can zip up, and it's got eye holes. I don't think those eye holes have coverings over them, so I really doubt that that's going to do any good. Next one, this looks pretty serious. Some sort of a gas mask. Looks something like it's out of Star Wars or something like that. This one, yeah, for sure, this isn't going to offer any protection. It's some sort of a Transformers mask. Looks pretty cool, though. So this next one, it's a sweater version of that jacket that I just pulled up, and this one looks a little bit more KKK-ish, I think, and equally ridiculous. Now, this is interesting. This, of course, is not for any sort of disease protection, but this is one of the weirdest things I've seen on my front page of my Taobao app. So it's some sort of a cover that goes over a scooter or something like that, where your kid can sit in the front and I guess protect them from dust and dirt or whatever. I don't know if it offers any protection if you roll off also, but it looks pretty darn weird. Okay, so this next one, this is interesting. This for sure has nothing to do with protection, but I still thought it was pretty interesting. Basically, you can sit inside, you put a chair inside this box kind of a thing, and you sit inside and you can basically make your own personal steam room, and your head kind of pops out of the top there. But the weirdest thing for me is they have an upgraded model where you can invite a friend along, and your friend can stick their feet in while you're in there too. So you can enjoy your steam room, you can enjoy your steam and your best friend's feet at the same time. So I think there were so many weird things that showed up in my Taobao that I think I want to do some more of these and share some of the funnier things in my next videos if they keep showing up like this. But I don't really have anything else to say, so I think I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. As usual, stay safe, take all the precautions you should be taking, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.